This training session talks about how to use the module browser in AudioWeaver Designer. We're going to cover the following topics. The first group are all about how to use the module browser, searching for modules, filtering it, setting the module path, and so forth. And the last topic is how to handle missing modules. Let's switch over to AudioWeaver Designer now. The module browser is on the left-hand side, and the modules are organized logically into different folders. So if you know what you're looking for, you can go find a millisecond delay module and just drag it out. Module browser is also very useful because you can search. So I could type delay and it'll show me all the modules that have delay in the name or delay in the search tag. And I can find the millisecond module, delay module here as well. And clear out the display window for searching. The other option you have with the module browser is that you can filter by data type. So right now I'm showing floating point, FRAC32, and integer modules. And if I don't want to see the FRAC32, I just uncheck that. And now if I look for delay, we'll have a smaller number of delays because it won't be showing the FRAC32 data types. Another thing in AudioWeaver is you can also set your module path. This is only available in the Pro version. And the module path is a list of directories that points to the modules that you're currently using. I'm going to go ahead and add a folder. And I'm going to add our Voice UI modules. I pointed at the base directory. Select folder. Click OK. And now the module list is going to update. And you can see that now I have the voice module pack available. So again, setting the module path is important when you're writing modules, and again, it's only available in the Pro version. The module browser also updates when you connect to an embedded target. So I'm going to go to the server, and I'm going to switch to my USB target. Okay, the server connects, and I'm going to hit this button, refresh target info, on the toolbar. Designer is now going to communicate with the target, pull the list of available modules, and then filter the modules appropriately. So we went from 329 to 323 modules now. So all the modules that are shown here are available on the embedded target. Now, more options available when you go to Global Preferences. So the default behavior is you're going to filter modules by the connected target. You can also show all modules, and then you can also filter the modules by a specified header file, modulelist.h. This is the header file that's used by your embedded target. This allows you, for example, to work in native mode and then restrict the modules to the ones that are only available on your target. I'm going to keep it filter modules by connected target. That's the default behavior, and that's a good choice for what you should do. Another option here is show deprecated modules. So deprecated modules are modules that were available in earlier versions of AudioWeaver. We still keep them around if you use them in your design, but they're not recommended for new designs. There's better versions available instead. So by default, this is not checked, but if you want to see the deprecated modules, go ahead and check this, and you'll see that the number of modules has now increased to 371. Now let me tell you a little bit more about the deprecated modules. I'm going to go ahead and search for scalar, and now you'll see some additional modules: scalar deprecated, scalar dB smooth, and so forth. I can still use these. I can drag it out, and you'll see that the modules appear. You can use the inspectors and so forth, but then they're grayed out, saying that they're deprecated. And if you look at the module's help documentation, it'll tell you what module you should be using instead. Let's talk about common errors that happens if the module path is not properly configured or if you're missing modules on your target. I'm going to start out, and I'm going to open a system, and then this system is going to open without any trouble. And this is a small beamformer, and it uses two modules in our Voice UI pack. So you can see the modules exist, and in fact they're down here in this voice folder. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to close that system, and I'm going to set the module path, and I'm going to delete the Voice UI module pack. and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to open up that system again. So here we go. Open the system, and right away when I open, I get an error saying it doesn't know about these two modules. And because Designer doesn't know about the modules, it's forced to delete them from the layout. So you get that warning when you open the system. And so to fix it, you should note which modules they are, and then go and set your module path and include the missing folder for those missing modules. Another problem that happens is you might try to build a system and the module doesn't exist on the target. So it's a little contrived. What I'm going to do is I'm going to modify my global preferences, and I want it to show all the modules that are available. So let's go ahead and look for the FIR, and I'm going to look for the FRAC32 module. So let's drag this out here. So when you drag it out, you're going to give a warning saying, hey, this module class doesn't exist on the current target. You're going to be unable to build it. And then the module is also going to be highlighted in red with these dashed lines. So that indicates to you that this module is on the module path, but it doesn't exist on the target. What you can also do is you can always look at the server, target list modules, and you can double check and you can see that that module doesn't exist here. Another problem you might run into is that the server shows a module, but that this module is unknown. It's not in any of the DLLs. So that means that there's a module that exists on the target, which currently is not present in any of the DLLs. So what you need to do is find out which DLL you're missing. And then once you find it, then the module will be shown in an actual module library, and it'll tell you what the class name. So those are the three common mistakes. You're missing the module MATLAB code, so you need to set your module path. And then the module doesn't exist in a DLL, or it doesn't exist on the target.